everyone, I hope you're well and enjoying this very wintry, snowy weather that we're having at the moment. It's actually prompted me to do a little vlog about an adventure that I had a few weeks ago. So I was invited to go to Ireland. It was actually off the back of this doing this vlog. There's a therapist out there that had seen some of the posts that I'd done, and he was really keen just to offer his services to help me to overcome some of my still ongoing underlying injury sort of causes, if you like. So yeah, I thought, why not? Okay, I'm always up for a bit of an experience and an adventure. And it was a few weeks ago now, and I was very unlucky in a lot of ways on the way to the airport. So it started to snow. It was the only kind of tiny pocket of snow in the whole country. It seemed to be like completely focused on my part of the country at my time of travel. And yeah, it was worse than what I anticipated, basically. And so I tend to not like to get to the airport very early. I like to sort of, I don't like waiting around. So I hadn't left myself an awful lot of leeway to get to the airport either. And it was like at every turn along the way, I was like, I'll be fine so long as there's no car around this corner and, you know, I don't skid. And it was like literally every corner I got to, there was a car there. And I was just sort of like holding my breath as we were sort of driving past them. So, as I say, it could be seen that I was unlucky on the way there. But in other ways, I was very lucky as well. But actually, I think a lot of my attitude on the way to the airport can be put down to my experiences as an athlete and the resilience that that gives you. In fact, I'm doing some gifted and talented workshops at the moment with some athletes, and that's a really key point that I like to get across, is that there is so much that sport can teach you and can sort of put you in a good stead for other areas of your life and in sort of your future careers and ambitions. So anyway, three main things that I tried to bear in mind and manifest, if you like, as I was driving. First of all, I didn't stress about whether or not I'd miss the plane or not. Because there was no point in me driving fast in those conditions. So I just knew all I could do was my best in driving there. And, you know, it wouldn't be the end of the world if I missed the plane. It could have well been that, I could have caught another one later on that day. Okay, it would have cost me some money, but yeah, it just didn't occur to me to ever stress because it was out of my control, effectively. So in a way, I tried to just keep a sense of humour about it and a sense of adventure as well, and just sort of had that kind of mind frame of, well, just see what happens, you know, might make it, might not, but let's just see what we can do. Second point was that it did very much help that I had experience of having driven in snow before, particularly when I studied on a scholarship out in America. Yeah, I wasn't very wise in choosing the university I went to, and we had snow on the ground for like 3 months solid, pretty much. And so I did know that it's possible to drive in snowy conditions, and that you just have to adapt. And obviously you've got to drive a little bit slower. There's things you can do with your gears, and if you're scared, then yeah, you've got to turn into it. So yeah, as I say, it helped that I had experience, and I think on an injury front as well. It helps to have experienced injuries and to know that you can do certain things whilst you are injured, and that actually you don't lose any fitness and that kind of thing. So I didn't really relate the last point back to running as well, but I'm sure you can probably draw the parallels in terms of if I'd have missed the plane or missed a race, then it wouldn't be the end of the world. There'd be other ones that you could do in the future. But that's not to say that you would miss it. And then, so the final point was, yeah, just that sort of, I kind of already alluded to it a little bit, but of just keeping going. along the way, there was quite a few cars that were starting to get stranded at the side. But I was like, are my wheels still moving? They are. And I was like, there's no point in me stopping because I'm just going to be sat in a really freezing cold car. You know, and as I can still keep moving, I just will. And then at least I can try and get, you know, to the next village, and then I'll be a lot safer. Safer there. So, and no point in turning around either. You know, I'd got that far, and it would have been just as bad going back as what it would have been carrying on forward. So I just kind of set myself like little targets along the way, like, you know, when I get to that roundabout, I know it's only be another sort of 3 or 4 minutes until I get to the main road, and that should have been gritted. So yeah. Did help me again just to have that experience of having had injuries and just keeping going, ignoring other people that might be falling by the wayside as well, and just doing what I can. In fact, when I was on a training camp in the lead up to the 2006 season, which was my best ever season, I had really sore Achilles, and I just literally took it a step at a time in a session. I was like, as I was running, I was like, can I run? Can I put one foot in front of the other? And I could. And it was actually the keeping going that helped to solve the injury in the end as well. So instead of staying safe and not running because I didn't want to, you know, I was worried about what might happen, I did what I could. Obviously, you have to be a little bit selective and a little bit more, what's the word? Evaluate the situation. Sorry, I'm stumbling a bit now. Evaluate the situation based on previous experience as well. You know, if you are running a silly risk. But yeah, just generally taking it a step at a time is a good way to confront situations. So, did I make it to the airport or not? Drum roll. Yes, I did. I did. Just in the nick of time. It's a good job that I can still run. Not as fast as I used to, but yeah, I was running through the airport. I would just say though that my problems didn't stop even when I got to the airport. First of all, I had planned to stop to get some petrol on the way, and didn't have time. And so not only did I have like the fear of missing the flight, I had the fear of running out of petrol. So again, I just tried to keep a sense of humour about it. Got to the parking, and the thing didn't recognise, you know, the automatic thing, it didn't recognise my number plate. So I was like, oh, you're kidding me, I'm going to have to pay another like 60 quid or something. And anyway, that resolved itself later on. And the final thing was I was absolutely dying for the toilet. That was probably the worst thing about the whole experience, actually. Yeah, but I made it on the plane, and it was a big relief, and I had a fantastic time in Ireland as well. Yeah, just a bit of a, you know, an aside note, it's just really lovely people out there. It was just so well looked after. And as well, it was really useful seeing the therapist. You know, he picked up on some problems with my feet, so I've got some orthotics now. So watch out, I'll come back. Or maybe not. But at least I'm hoping I'll be able to operate more consistently and not in pain. So I'll keep you posted on that. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed my